Hey, it's Rant Pop Culture News for Care once again, again, Mr. Meaning we're bringing you guys wrestling truth and ultra shortest channel. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, all my social media links, all that good stuff, what have you. Anyways, I'm just gonna cut the intro short today because usually I don't do videos like this where I talk about a fortunate, really messed up, sad, tragic event that happened like 2 days ago. I know it was a day and a half, 2 days old by the time you guys see this. Oof, this is really bad for people, especially those oceanographers. The only main reason I caught up to most of this news is the man needs no introduction. The guy's made hundreds and probably 1,000 movies already, and then documentaries on top of that shit. Ocean documentaries about Titanic and all that stuff. And then like the National Geographic, like whales life, sea life, and sea lions and all those other things, what have you. The James Cameron dude, he even talked about this. This must have been big ass fucking huge cataclysmic news for him. It probably punched to the gut to the guy, honestly. And the guy is probably a billionaire, especially after he made the Avatar Way of Water movie a couple months ago. And that's probably living on top of the world now. But anyways, yeah. Before we get started in this real sad, depressing news, I got some good news. So I'm probably talking about Sunday or Monday. We'll see. Detective Pichu returns. Pichu, almost said. That was for Nintendo Direct. I'll talk about that maybe at the end of the video. There's two other things I want to talk about real quick on that. At the end of this video. I'm not going to read the whole entire article because honestly I really don't give a rat's ass about this news story. The only reason I decided to talk about it, I had a small shred, microscopic fiber shred of tiny bit of sympathy. Just small cookie crumbles and bits and pieces of tiny bits of crumbles of cheese, if you will. Sympathy and sadness for the 19-year-old kid that died from this whole thing, which he didn't deserve that, honestly. All the other 5 viejitos, honestly, I don't really give a shit if they died. Good, I don't care. You already know how it comes when it comes to like CEO, millionaire, billionaire, trillionaires. Also don't give a really flying shit about the normies of the shapes. So, they had this coming. And it's probably the worst like way of death. But these are old 60, 70, 80-year-old freaking guys that didn't give a shit about the regular everyday average dude that's busting their ass to go to like work and support their family and shit like that, and their cousins or grandparents and etc, what have you. So I'm not gonna say I'm glad that they're dead. I mean, unless they were Freemasons, Illuminatis, like evil, satanic, antichrist, devil worshipping fools that were doing all these, sacrifices and all this crap, which I'm not gonna get into that. You know what? They had it coming. But if they weren't, and then like they were innocent dudes, which I highly doubt that they were, because once they have a shitload of money like that, most 99% of these people on this earth, and have millions upon billions of dollars, just their heart gets corrupted instantly. And instantly, to me, my personal opinion, as fucked up as it sounds, they just become the villain of IRL, of real life. That's how I see it. And I'm not saying, they came from rags to riches, that's different, but if they're born like that, fuck them. I don't got no sympathy at all for them. Good, I'm glad they're fucking dead. That sucks. It's a shame. I know it hurts to say it like that, but except for the one 19-year-old kid, that hurts to see that one die. He didn't deserve that. That's literally, if it wasn't for him, fortunately, losing his life, unfortunately, because he wanted to freaking like show his father for Father's Day, go, I appreciate my dad for being a billionaire and giving me all these expensive stuff. Unless he was a spoiled brat. I hope he wasn't a spoiled brat. He was one of the spoiled brats who only care about getting money and getting women and all this other stuff, and the luxurious materialisms of mansions, cars, and airplanes and drones and all this other futuristic technological crap. And then he was a piece of shit. That sucks. I'm wasting my time with this one. Anyways, let's just jump into this thing. It's from Deadline.com. Debris found near Titanic confirmed as wreckage, missing submarine. All abroad fears lost in, quote, catastrophe implosion. This comes from Tom Tapp from Deadline. So yeah, without further ado, let's get in. This is what the latest U.S. Coast Guard confirmed. At the news conference today, is, quote, debris is discovered in the search of an area by Rove near the Titanic. In fact, from the Titanic's submersiveness, the 5 people were brought and feared dead after one of the officially termed as the debris filed, the debris field consistently with, quote, catastrophe implosion. I saw a video, I know I rarely ever go on TikTok, but I did see one going all over in YouTube shorts like crazy. It was spreading like wildfire. It was showing how what it would have looked like with the big giant implosion. Just it looked like it was if you leave an aluminum can or Pepsi plastic can or Coke Pepsi can, plastic can out in the sun too long, and it just crumples in on itself. I've seen it happen. Imagine a big ass submarine like that. That looked like a trap box. It looked like something from the Saw movies, those horror movies where that little puppet thing, he would say, I want to play a game. If you can survive this, you'll live. If not, prepare to suffer the consequences. Like that. It sounds like an eviler version of Christopher Nolan's Batman or whatever. Christian Bale's Batman from back in the day. And that's what it looked like. Imagine with a big giant freaking submarine like that. It sucks. So it says Coast Guard briefing was led by Rear Admiral, hopefully I'm saying it right, Admiral Administrator John Morgan, offers deepest condolences to the families. McGuire, or Malger, however you say it, I don't know how to pronounce that one thing, it's Malger, also offered the following details. The first place of the records identified with the tail of the Titan was discovered 1,600 feet from above the boat at Titanic's. The ROV subsequently found the front end of the barrel of pressure hull. As the breeze is consistent with catastrophe loss and pressure of the chamber, he added, multiple media outlets received a statement from OceanGate, the company which operated the sub, that read the part, quote, we now believe that the CEO Stockton Rush, Shahzada Dawood, hopefully I'm saying it right, Dawood, and his son Solomon Dawood, that's the one unfortunately, I feel like he left this world way too early. Even though I didn't know who he was, he left too damn soon. And Hersham, Harding, Paul Nearing, I don't care about any of those. Sadly lost. Read the statement below. Okay, I'm not going to read any of that. It's way too long. Titan dives Sunday to take the adventurers on a pricey deep sea exploration. The century-old records of the ship suggested to James Cameron's Oscar Award-winning 1997 blockbuster hit Titanic. I remember that because it was a 90s kid when it came with us 8 or 9 at the time. If I had to cover my eyes when they did like the naked Art Rose part, it just sucked. I had to wait till I was like 18 to finally see that part. Finally. Man. It's so cringe that I had to freaking not get to see that until years later. Let's move on. Apparently those analyses are now complete. The 21-foot Titan submersively has been misleading since Sunday. Officials are worried that its oxygen supplies are running dangerously low. It's gone now. It's dead. People didn't make it. An ROV of remotely operated vehicles on an unoccupied water robot is connected to a ship by a series of cables and a release put out by the Coast Guard incident on ROV. And the question originated from Horizon Arctic, a 307-foot anchor handling vessel registered in Canada. I didn't even know anything about that. There's a hangar in ROVs, ROVs, with the launch and recovery system reportedly just arrived on a scene today. Right, U.S. and international media have been covering the search since Titan was reported missing Sunday by the crew of Canadian vessel Polar Price, which launched by a truck-sized sub and lost contact with them about, quote, 1 hour and 45 minutes into the dive. That's what they're saying. It's in quotation marks, you gotta believe it. The 5 people who were aboard the Titan are Stockton Rush, they already said all that. French, veteran France. Reportedly paid $250,000 a piece for the trip. Yeah, only regular people would not be able to get that. Search for the area of 7,000 square miles, which is officially noted at, quote, an original large size of the state of Connecticut. Damn. And it keeps going on further and further. I'm not reading this whole entire thing. It's way too long. I'll read this part. Entire focus is on the crew, members of the submersive and their families. Reads a statement from the OceanGate provided by New York Times, aka Slimes. I don't care what they say. Control that position. I don't give a crap. We're deeply thankful for the extensive assistance I've received for several other government agencies and the DC companies in the effort to reestablish the contact with the submarines, submersibles. And so maybe 3 quick overall thoughts, views, and opinions. From what I heard, and I gotta give credit is due, I think it was either someone or gamers, or 2 other people that talked about this in Clownfish TV, or someone else I was watching YouTube a lot. I think Vita DeGlaire, she might have talked about it, or it's Mimi. They control this whole thing with like a fake Mad Catz video game controller. And I saw how that cheap piece of crap looked. It's bad, man. They were literally going in there. That one guy, he knew that he was gonna die. He didn't even care. He was an adventurer. He was a journeyist. This is some crazy white people, Caucasian syndrome. Just some shit there, man. You'd never see me in a billion trillion years. Even if I had that much amount of money, upon billions and billions of trillions of dollars of all this materialism stuff I'd be able to buy. Like, I wouldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it, man. No, I couldn't. Risk your life down there, you know, the sharks or fucking big giant octopus, like they said, like 3,000-4,000 years ago, the Greeks, Romans, and Italians, all those ancient civilizations, where they said the krakens, these octopus that are bigger than the Empire State Building that's under there. I would not want to go anywhere near down that water. Oh no. You know, granted, you could go outer space if you were a millionaire and doing that, but I know the flat earther people are gonna say, "Oh, space ain't real, it's fake." You gotta go past the Arctic walls to see if it's real. There's other lands and other, you know, places that are forbidden areas to go there. Which, shout out to my boy Divergence. I know he talks about that a lot. Leave the link to his channel down below if you want to check him out. He's always talking about that whole disc Earth and sun's not real and all this other stuff. He gets in this way deep psychological crazy shit. Some of it I agree with. Other stuff I agree with what he says. Disagree because he's atheist. He doesn't believe in Jesus and God. So, fortunately, that's why I gotta put my foot down there. So yeah, like I say for now. And I know one more other thing. Rest in peace to the kid. He didn't deserve that death. Hopefully, he made it to heaven and didn't go down to that very bad burning fire brimstone place. And this is another one I thought that was pretty crazy. New York Times. Oh yeah, great 3-star actor Jonathan Majors totes his new girlfriend in court as he faces the bad DV charge. I didn't even know his girlfriend was this chick I used to watch in the 90s and early 2000s. He's dating that chick I used to have a big crush on back in the day in Cousin Scooter and Roll Bounce. It's a really cute black chick named Megan Good. I didn't even know I was dating her. That's pretty badass. Hopefully, I didn't get to talk about it before because I know I was talking about the Andrew Tate thing that happened in the same time that news went out. So hopefully he wins the case. I still think he's innocent, in my personal opinion. I know it's Hollywood because, you know, they don't want the strong, hardcore, masculine, hard, badass men to be the focus of Hollywood movies and video games anymore. They just want the real freaking weak people and people in certain groups of communities I can't say. They want them to be the face of heroes nowadays. It's stupid. And then the last one. I didn't know this is real or fake, and I thought it was funny though. Let's see, maybe I'll see it better like this. This is from June 5th. This is from a while ago. Kanye West has weird shoulder pads. Draw dynasty comparisons. I think I said the reason his girlfriend or fiance chick is always covering her face, she looks like a girl version of Pete Davidson. I didn't know that. Anyways, oh yeah, get a better look at her. I swear. I'm trying to be pervert or anything, but man, that chick was super cute as heck, man. I don't know why it's not working now. It was working earlier. This is the one right here. The one with the glasses that's next to Jonathan Majors. You could tell that they're holding hands right there. That's still crazy. That was a nostalgia piece of my time. I used to love watching that chick. She was like the younger version of Gabrielle Union to me, personally.